Happy hump day. It is 50 degrees at Metro, but 40s out your door in most of our suburbs, and staying cool through the morning. Upper 40s to low 50s through 9 o'clock. Noontime 64, still on the nice side, but through the mid to late afternoon, early evening, spotty rain and thunder showers, Kim, with 60s as good as it gets.
All right, a little chilly to start off the month. This is a look at your commute this morning over on westbound I-696 right at Farmington Road. There is an accident blocking the right shoulder. Not causing any delays, though, just something to watch out for while traveling through this area.
Well, perhaps when drones start making deliveries for Amazon, this kind of thing won't happen.
Yeah, so a man in California says that he was trapped in his own 5th floor apartment over the weekend after a delivery driver left an Amazon package that blocked his door handle from moving.
Sure, it wasn't intentional. Jesse Lawrence is his name, and he took to Twitter after the accidental imprisonment, sharing an image of the barricade, saying that he had to call his building's maintenance man to snap the photo and, of course, let him out.
Yeah, I was going to say, who took the photo?
Right.
But the maintenance man must have had a sense of humor,
crazy.
too. Like, for real?
And then you're wondering, why can't I open my door?
Yeah, and you have no idea what's on the other side.
Crazy. New our next half-hour stories from Plymouth, Redford, and Ann Arbor.
Plus, we do have an update to the breaking news that we're following about Hurricane Irma making landfall and thousands in Florida in the storm's path. Details on that coming up. But first, we do want to check in with Rob Maloney joining us live this morning.
Yes, good morning, Evrod. A court hearing that's expected later on this morning could mean the difference between having a place to live, perhaps not the best place, and homelessness. We'll tell you what this is all about.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
Get out while you can. That is the warning for thousands in Florida now in the path of Hurricane Irma. It comes as there is breaking news overnight that storm has made landfall in some of the Caribbean islands. And this is a monster storm, a Category 5, so there is a lot of concern for the folks down south today. Welcome to Wednesday. Thanks for waking up with us. It is Hurricane Irma that everybody is talking about, trying down south.
As it looks like it's heading towards Florida. Many in Florida aren't really sure where to turn. We know that many of you have friends or family or even property in Florida.
Absolutely. Let's get over to Brandon with more on the track of this storm and when we could expect it to hit landfall in the U.S.
Well, considering Puerto Rico to be U.S. area here, it is going to be later today, but into Florida probably Saturday night. Look at this monster. You can just see the eye of this thing. And remember that the hurricane force winds, 185-mile-an-hour winds around the eye, can be felt upwards of 50 or 60 miles from the eye center. So it's not just from right outside of the eye. And right now, this thing is measuring 500 miles across, a big, big, big storm that is bearing down on the Virgin Islands today, and then tonight into Puerto Rico, into the Dominican, Thursday, Friday, Cuba, and then it looks like Florida as we head into Saturday night. But still a Category 5 into Thursday over the Dominican, and maybe downgraded to a 4 by the time it hits the Florida area. What side, the Gulf or Atlantic, will it go Saturday into Sunday? Still a little unsure, but folks in Florida are preparing for the worst as Irma moves closer, with some evacuation orders already underway. All of Florida is under a state of emergency. Hurricane Irma, a massive Category 5 storm, is spinning away. Could reach Florida as early as Saturday.
The storm is massive, and the storm surge that's predicted will go for miles and miles. It could cover homes and go very far inland. 7,000
members of the National Guard and everyone living in the storm's path are on high alert.
We are getting our house ready and debating whether we should stay or whether we should go.
Gas lines are long. Many store shelves are empty. In Miami, homeowners are filling sandbags.
We have to prepare. Our neighborhoods are really prone to flooding, so we're just trying to make sure that we are prepared enough.
The flood models and actually the damage models are really based on the intensity of the storm. This is a very, very powerful and intense storm.
Pretty scary stuff.
Storm surge, yeah, that could be 10 to 15 feet of shoreline flooding for Puerto Rico into the Dominican here. Those are the areas we really need to watch here over the next 24 hours. And then as it comes in, it could be 10 to 20 inches of rain, but I think the biggest problem will be those winds. Can you imagine 185-mile-an-hour winds whipping through some of these Caribbean islands?
These evacuations, even in Florida, have already been ordered, but it's hard for people to get gas. It's hard for people to get out of there.
Yeah.
So imagine these Caribbean islands that they have to just
nowhere to go.
Ride it out.
They just have to hunker down. Some place, even like the Florida Keys, visitors there told to leave today. Residents hopefully are going to be out by Thursday. Some good news though, outside of the weather department. Let's talk about traffic this morning.
Yeah, I have the good news today, which is fun for me, at least. We don't have any accidents to report right now. However, we do have some construction to talk about over on I-75. We'll start with this project happening on the southbound service drive of 75, right at Springwells. Only one lane open there between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. So definitely you'll experience some slowdowns if you're traveling over on 75 at that time. Also, we've got construction on I-696, the east and westbound service drive there, right at Hoover. Only one lane open. This is a project also happening between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. We also want to talk about some more construction over on Woodward, but that's coming up in my next report at 5:44. Back to you.
Alrighty, Kim, we'll check back in with you then. In the meantime, time now is 5:34, and an emergency court hearing scheduled this morning as the owners of the Royal Inn Motel try to keep their building open.
Well, the city condemned the hotel, or motel, I should say, for numerous violations, and it's putting many of the less fortunate who actually live there and call this place their home out of a place to live.
Local 4's Rod Maloney is there live this morning with the very latest. What's going on, Rod?
Yeah, good morning. There is activity around here. The open light is blinking here. There is movement in and out of the building. The janitor is on duty here this morning. Cabs have been coming in and out of the place. So it is open. The reason it's open is because of a temporary order waiting for this court hearing this morning as they try and decide the fate here. A difficult situation for many of the people here. The difference between living in what the township says is substandard living conditions and perhaps living on the street.
Everything gonna be lost. They say get everything you want out. I mean, I will lose a whole bunch of stuff because I've been here 2.5 years.
It is a desperately sad sight. Royal Inn residents, their belongings crammed into shopping carts, are left to wonder what's next.
They just sitting there waiting. They have nowhere to go.
There's no debate, say residents. Some units lack running water. There are the vermin. Yet this is one of those places that acts as a buffer against homelessness.
Is it better for all of these residents and children and so on and so on to be in the streets or under a roof where whatever is wrong can be made better?
8 organizations were back at the motel on Tuesday working to find residents other places to live. There are regular volunteers who heard about the hotel's predicament and wanted to help.
I love everybody. If I can help somebody, I help them. I love God, and when you love Him, you got to love everyone.
After the township condemned the motel, the Royal Inn's owners immediately filed a temporary restraining order. Royal Oak Township wasted no time in responding with a counter motion, so the doors are not yet padlocked.
It's like I'm going to another motel, and I don't know how long that'll last. I just wish it was better housing, you know, for people with low income. Now, in other sad sights that we've witnessed out here, there are a number of people sleeping in cars out here this morning, perhaps having been asked to leave the building. We're not certain. We certainly didn't want to wake them, but it's a situation where some people have been moving out over the weekend. Some of the elderly residents moved out here, but we'll have to wait and see what becomes of all of this at that hearing first thing this morning. Back to you.
And Rod, in terms of what's wrong with the motel, what does the township say about it?
Well, what they're saying is that it's really, and they call it a lack of maintenance and a livability standard, saying basically that the place is not up to par. They have 17 fire code violations, at least that's what the city is saying, and also 33 building code violations. So they claim there's a lot wrong with the building, and we'll hear today in court precisely what those problems are and whether the hotel will have to fix it.
All righty. Rod Maloney reporting live for us this morning. Rod, thank you for the update.
It is 5:37, and police in Redford are investigating an armed robbery that happened early Tuesday. The robbery happened at the 7-Eleven store on the northeast corner of Schoolcraft Road in Inkster. This is right along the I-96 Jeffrey Service Drive. Police have little information about the robber, but say that no one was injured.
And Plymouth police are working to identify a man they say stole a purse from a Tim Hortons. This is surveillance video. It shows the man coming in through the back door and comes out with an employee's purse just a few moments later and goes right outside of that door. If you recognize the man seen there in that hooded sweatshirt, please call police. And over to Ann Arbor, where police there are investigating after Latino students were targeted by racist and hateful messages on U of M's campus. Just hours after a group of incoming Latino students painted an iconic rock on campus last week, it was then vandalized with those hateful messages directed towards the Latino community. Well, this morning, we're talking about the uphill battle of a recovering drug addict.
They're always like, well, what's wrong with this person? Why can't you get it together? They don't understand that it is a disease.
Just ahead, the stigma and stereotypes faced by people crying out for help with their lives on the line.
And new orders for nurses after this controversial confrontation in Utah. Up next, what should never happen again.
From Arm.
Welcome back, everybody. All week here on Local 4 News Today, it is Convenience Box Week. We want to help save you time and money by testing out all of these different mail order products. And at 6:40, medicine in the mail. Have you tried this? Is it right for you and your family? Our Dr. Frank McGeorge has the pros and cons.
Well, it's unclear what caused a deadly military plane crash in the Arizona desert on Tuesday. The F-16 Fighting Falcon crashed near Safford, Arizona, about 125 miles northeast of Tucson. Rescue efforts were launched immediately after the crash, but authorities have confirmed that the pilot was in fact dead. There is an investigation underway.
After a tense encounter in Utah, one hospital's nurse will no longer be allowed to interact with police. The decision comes after nurse Alex Wubbles was wrongfully arrested for refusing to let police officers draw blood from an unconscious crash victim. The arrest, captured on body cam video from one of the officers, happened on July 26, and it prompted apologies from the Salt Lake City's mayor and police chief. The new protocol states that officers will only interact with supervisors. They will not be allowed to interact with any of its nurses, and those interactions will not take place in patient care areas.
Let's turn to good health now. Youth football participation is declining as worries about head injuries are growing. And now the doctor who inspired the movie Concussion says that teens should not play lacrosse or even ice hockey, and only kids over 14 should play soccer. The number of calls to ban kids from playing football continues to grow, given the research linking blows to the head with brain diseases. Well, Detroit's newest entertainment venue set to open its doors next week. And finally, we were telling you about this yesterday, finally we get to see what's inside.
Yes, Little Caesars Arena released concourse maps showing which restaurants and features will be on each floor. The features include, of course, Little Caesars pizza locations on every floor. But there's also a Dearborn Sausage House, Kid Rock's Made in Detroit restaurant. And they say, Chris Illich did anyway, that more and more opportunities for other businesses, even hotels, are coming to their desk. So more to come. Doors to the arena are open to the public on most days as well.
You had me at a Little Caesars on every floor.
On every floor.
I don't have a problem with that.
Doesn't sound like you'll have to wait in line to get your cheese pizza.
Hot and ready nonstop. And that whole arena district, I think, will start to see a lot more activity, a lot more restaurants in there, just keeping the trend of onward and upward here in downtown Detroit. Well, good morning. Downtown Detroit, one of the warmer spots on our map. Color contours show this green here from City Airport, 52, 51 Grosse Ile, 49 in Harrow, Ontario, 50 in Mount Clemens, but everywhere else in the 40s. 42 in Ann Arbor, 44 Lapeer, a little fog across I-69 from Lapeer to Port Huron. Be careful there. Also, in some of our more rural areas this morning, could see some patchy fog. Watch out for that. 64 degrees by noontime. A chilly start. The kids may need that light sweatshirt or jacket, and keeping it with them throughout the day. Middle 60s, that northwest wind 5 to 12. And after lunch, probably between 2 p.m. and maybe 8 p.m., that window opens again for showers. Right now, those showers are west of us over Lake Michigan and the shoreline along the western part of our state. But everything is moving very slowly because of this front sort of stalled out on the east coast. Meantime, we look again at Irma. This is just a daunting shot here as you see the eye, a giant eye of this Category 5 storm. Just an absolute monster here. 185-mile-an-hour winds, again, bearing down on the Virgin Islands and then Puerto Rico later today. Tomorrow, still a Category 5 just north of the Dominican with 165-mile-an-hour winds. But you'll feel that on the north shore here with the storm surge and those really dangerous winds. And then as we go into Friday, it's Cuba, and then into Saturday night, early Sunday, we're looking at the landfall here near Miami. Now, as a Category 4, this thing could still well have 120 to 140 mile-an-hour winds as it hits the Keys, southern Florida there. And earlier, we thought maybe we'd see a little remnant moisture from this by the middle of next week, but new model data suggests it's going to fizzle out or head a different direction. We'll keep an eye. In the meantime, both today and tomorrow here in Metro Detroit, afternoon showers. Tomorrow, a little more numerous and a little heavier, it looks like, as we head into Friday, starting to dry things out. It's a slow warm-up Friday through the weekend, but a dry stretch there with chilly mornings for those kids at the bus stops. Kim is here for live traffic time. Good morning.
Good morning. Still have that good news. We don't have any accidents to report at this time. Here's a look at the big picture. Lots of green on our map this morning. However, let's talk about some construction way up over on the northbound lanes of M53, right at 33 Mile here. There's only going to be one lane open between the hours of 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. This is a project that is going to be happening today and tomorrow, so keep that in mind if you do travel that route. Also, some construction over on the northbound lanes of Woodward between 14 Mile and Quarton. This project actually started at midnight, but there's only going to be one lane that's going to be blocked there. This is a project that's going to continue until late September. However, at 9 p.m., it's going to go up to 2 lanes blocked, so just keep that in mind overnight. This is going to happen until Monday, but again, that one lane will remain blocked until at the end of September. We also want to take a look at your commute over on I-275. So if that's part of your commute, we will take a look at that in one of our MDOT cameras in my next report at 5:54. Back to you.
All righty, Kim, thank you. It is 5:48, everyone, and when you think of the word addict, or when you say that word, it can conjure up a lot of negative images, and we immediately tend to imagine or picture what we've seen in movies or on TV.
Yeah, and as we prepare to bring you a full day of coverage today on America's opioid crisis, we do want to explore that stigma that makes recovery so much harder for people who are struggling. Here's Steve Garagiola with more.
You want an easy explanation of drug addiction? Drug addicts are just bad people, right? Well, we love labels. We love simple answers. If only the epidemic in America was that simple. Just how bad is America's drug problem? Is epidemic an overstatement? Macomb County District Court Judge Linda Davis.
I think it's a massive epidemic. I think it's the worst epidemic this country has ever seen.
And by most accounts, an epidemic of prescription drug abuse, heroin, and opioids that is getting worse.
In Macomb County, our death toll doubled last year, and my prediction is that's going to happen for at least the next 4 years.
The first challenge is to put down the criminal stereotypes of drug addiction. The real faces belong to our sons and daughters, moms and dads.
I was getting drunk and passing out and taking pills and going places where I wasn't supposed to be.
As long as I had a fifth and a couple packs of cigarettes, nothing mattered. That's what it can do, you know. It can just completely take over you.
I could stay home and cry every day for the rest of my life. But
Vicki King lost her son to an overdose of heroin laced with fentanyl.
Just good people that just sports figures get hooked because of injuries, and it's just everywhere. It can be anybody.
Judge Davis says we need to see drug addiction from a new perspective, a disease that requires treatment, not jail time.
I was a prosecutor for many years, and I put a lot of drug addicts in prison. So for me, this was a major one. We talk about addicts changing. This was a 180 for me, too.
People out there in the world, they don't understand. They're always like, well, what's wrong with this person? Why can't you get it together? They don't understand that it is a disease.
And recovery from that disease is a long, hard road.
Recovery is like marriage. You know, in fact, it's a bigger commitment than marriage. You know, you don't have the option to walk away and still live.
Thanks, Steve. His story starts an important conversation about the opioid crisis in this country.
That's why Local 4 is dedicating Wednesday to this epidemic with special reports in every newscast. At 6 a.m., the Frazier Director of Public Safety reveals how his department teaches parents and teachers to spot an addiction problem.
On Local 4 News at 4, our phone bank and web chat will be open with addiction experts ready to answer your questions. And is Hope Not Handcuffs working? The program offers addicts a way out, no questions asked.
Fentanyl is 50 times more potent than heroin. At 5 p.m., hear why the local head of the DEA says he's never seen anything worse in his career. Then at 5:30, the victims of this opioid crisis who cannot help themselves, how babies and children are suffering.
Then at 6 p.m., our Dr. Frank Me. George looks at treating addiction and why the answer to getting clean is different for everyone. And that leads us to our primetime special at 10 p.m.
I don't want to see anybody else have somebody like this just die for no reason.
Patients wanted the relief and they wanted the quick fix, and doctors wanted to help patients.
30 seconds they can get over right away, and so can opioids.
Yep. I've seen more kids die from this.
That was my mission. Put as many drugs into my body as possible so I didn't wake up the next morning.
So do you think this opiate epidemic has changed your practice?
Absolutely. Our team of reporters goes in depth on this crisis, Opioid Nation, an American epidemic, tonight at 10.
All righty, thank you guys. It is very real, you know.
And so many people are suffering from this. Yeah. So we hope that this day-long group of stories that we're putting together will help people become more exposed and also just try to help those that really need it.
Make sure you join us tonight.
It is 5:52, and after the break, driving while dreaming.
It sounds strange, I know, but it's a danger behind the wheel that happens a lot more than you realize. We'll talk about it next.
See what's happening on the next Live in the D. Back to school makeovers for the kids.
Plus fabulous food, wine, and Martha Stewart in the D together. Today at 10 on Local 4.
Welcome back to Local 4 News today. I apologize, getting you set here for the forecast. We have temperatures in the 40s out there right now. Bundle those kids up as you're getting them ready. A little bit of sun early, but clouds fill in through the lunch hour, and spotty rain and thunder showers through the afternoon, noon, and early evening. Kim?
All right, thank you, Brandon. Here's a look at your commute over on I-275. Right at Plymouth Road is where we're looking. Traffic volume starting to build a little bit, but you can see that the roads are dry. Things are looking good for your morning commute. We are accident-free to start off the morning.
Okay, so what are you thinking about while you're sitting in traffic? There is this new study that shows many of us daydream behind the wheel.
Yeah, researchers found that during a simulated work commute, people's minds wandered up to 70% of the time. They also noticed changes in brain patterns during these periods of inattention. People's minds were more likely to wander on the second drive or afternoon commute part of the simulation.
Kind of makes sense.
Oh, I'm sure I'm driving and dreaming. Absolutely. What else would you be thinking about?
Exactly.
Just driving?
Right. So coming up all new at 6 o'clock, we have local stories for you from Detroit, Farmington Hills, and Warren.
Also ahead, getting a head start on holiday shopping. Walmart has revealed the top gifts for kids.
Already. Can you believe it? And this was a pretty daring escape. A woman finds her way out of handcuffs and then into the front of a police car. We'll have the video and the story behind this wild chase when we come back. 1 minute.
Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
A landfall has occurred with Hurricane Irma, the most powerful hurricane ever recorded in the Atlantic. It is a Category 5, and it is churning through Caribbean islands with its eyes set on the U.S.
Plus, a pregnant mother of 2 gunned down in a double deadly shooting, and now the hunt for the gunman is on. Brandon?
Day 2, back to school and back to work. We have chilly temps and rain and thunder chances later in the day.
boy.
We had a little of that yesterday, too.
We did, just as the kids were heading to school, just like Brandon taught us. Taught us or told us?
He did tell us,
told
but it was a teaching moment
It was.
on the first day of school. Welcome to Wednesday, everybody. The second big day for kids as they're back to school once again this morning.
Yes, they certainly have to go back. We'll be talking more of everything that you need to know in terms of back to school and the forecast with meteorologist Brandon Rue. Of course, all eyes are on Irma right now, turning through the Caribbean.
Right, and I want to get set for our local forecast, and then we'll take a closer look at this massive Category 5 storm. So, although we have rain chances later today, let's keep things into perspective. We're doing all right. 40s out your door right now. 44 Ann Arbor, Howell at 44, 44 in Lapeer. We've dipped down to 49 at Metro. Still a couple of 50s here on the east side from Mount Clemens to City Airport, but 48 degrees sweatshirt weather this morning. Middle 60s this afternoon with spotty shower chances probably after 2 or 3 p.m. Right now we're seeing those showers over in the western part of the state, but it will be a slow progress. Again, we start out with a little bit of sun, and through the afternoon and evening, scattered rain and isolated thunder as well. We want to focus our attention also on tracking Irma, this massive storm out in the Atlantic, now approaching the Virgin Islands, and it is hitting some of the Caribbean islands as we speak, but on the doorstep of the British and U.S. Virgin Islands, and then later today or this evening into Puerto Rico, on its way to the Dominican. And here's a look at the timeline. Category 5 storm, 185 mile-an-hour winds whipping around this storm. Within 50 miles of the center of the storm, you can feel those 185 mile-an-hour winds. Again, later today, afternoon and evening, just north of Puerto Rico, but they'll be feeling the effects of it all over that country. And then as we head into the Dominican, it is more likely a Thursday afternoon and evening deal, on its way to Cuba Friday. And then it looks like we're going to be hitting Florida as we head into late Saturday, early Sunday, possibly a Category 4 when it hits in the Miami area. And so the rush is on in Florida for gasoline and other supplies. Hurricane Irma is churning in the Atlantic and may stay as a Cat 4 or Cat 5 as it hits. Irma could reach that Sunshine State by as early as Saturday night, but it could be Sunday morning. The Florida Keys begin to evacuate tourists this morning, and residents later today and tomorrow. All eyes on Irma.
Yes, they certainly are. And this morning, there is a family, a local family from right here in Metro Detroit that is stranded in the Virgin Islands, and they are forced to wait out this storm. A Pontiac native, his name is Pastor John Smith Jr., and it's used to rainy weather around here, but never experience a hurricane.
That's what my anxiety and my issues are with the unknown. I just don't know what 150 and 175 mile per hour winds are like, and I guess sometime soon we're going to find out.
Pastor Smith says that he moved his family away from the region already. They moved down there from Pontiac to the St. Croix Virgin Islands. Plane tickets soared to nearly $1,000 per person, and they were not able to evacuate the family. So our thoughts and prayers are certainly with him and all of the other loved ones that you may have that are riding out storms in the Caribbean islands. Everett, Kim, over to you.
Let's take a break from all of the hard news that's going to give us anxiety and just stress us out. No stressing on the roads this morning. That is the good news.
Absolutely. Yeah, the roads are looking good this morning, but I was just thinking, you know, the fact that we do live in Michigan, I know we have our snowstorms and whatnot,
right,
but we're pretty lucky that that's all we have.
Yeah.
Some scary stuff happening down there. All right, well, let's get to your commute right now. As you take a look at the big picture here, you can see that we are looking good this morning. We've got a lot of green on our map. This is a look at your commute over on I-96 right at Warren Avenue here. You can see that traffic volumes are pretty light here. We've got dry roads to start off the morning. I know we did have some rain in some areas last night, but we are looking good. Nothing you need to worry about. No accidents, stalled vehicles that will slow you down. However, we do have construction happening over on I-696. It's going to be closing down tonight for a project. I'll tell you all about it and how to get around it coming up at 6:14. Back to you.
At 6:04, let's get to breaking news that we're following here at home. Detroit police searching for two thieves, a number of thieves who tried to steal 2 ATMs from this Bank of America on the city's west side. Police say the suspects might have used a truck to try and ram the machines loose at the bank right there on Grand River near the Southfield Freeway. At this time, there's no description of those suspects. And now to a story that's developing from Southwest Detroit.
Yes, that is where the search continues for the gunman who shot and killed a pregnant mother of 2 and another man inside of a home.
Local 4's Rod Maloney is live for us this morning with more in this story. And Rod, do we have any idea who police are looking for?
No, not at this point, Evrod, and that's the thing. There were 2 arrests made last night. Detroit police saying that one man had improper or illegal weapons on him, and the other was a person that they started interrogating, questioning about this shooting, and apparently he became belligerent, and so they took him in as well. But they're still looking for the people, the man or the men, who took out a long gun, a rifle, and started firing into the house.
Someone fired shots into this Deacon Street house last night from the outside. When Detroit police officers arrived, they found 2 people inside, shot and killed.
Everybody loved her.
That's Monica Wilson, mother of the victim, 29-year-old Sophia Wilson. She had 2 children and was 4 months pregnant with her 3rd.
She was the best mom. I just saw her earlier this morning as I met her at the school, and I took all my grandbabies to school, and after that we went to the store shopping for the last time.
Police took 2 people into custody, including Sophia's boyfriend, whom police say wasn't home when the shooting happened. Her parents had been trying to get her away from this neighborhood and back home.
But she was such a loving and caring person. Never thought. My baby gone.
Police are working a few theories on motive, but they will only say the house was definitely targeted, but maybe not the victims.
I go to these almost every day, and it doesn't sit well. All my years out here, have not seen anyone die for anything really that I thought was worthy.
You hear it every day. I listen to you all every day. I never thought that it would be our job.
Now, sadly, Sophia Wilson was just about a week away from her 30th birthday, and she was just about to find out whether it was a boy or a girl that she was carrying. In the meantime, her parents told Local 4 they were going to be caring for her 9-year-old daughter and also her 5-year-old son. Reporting live, Rod Maloney, Local 4.
All righty. Thank you, Rod, for the update. It is 6:07, and we want to get some big news on Capitol Hill this morning. As the Justice Department announced, it will wind down the DACA program, or Deferred Action for Childhood Arrivals, as it's known for short. The legislation passed during the Obama administration was meant to shield undocumented immigrants who came to the U.S. as children from future deportation. The president set up a termination schedule for the policy, allowing Congress 6 months to propose alternative legislation. In the meantime, new DACA applications will no longer be considered. And in response, demonstrators gathered in a series of protests across the U.S. Thousands around the country were out in the streets in full force on Tuesday, saying the deportation of the roughly 800,000 DACA immigrants is unfair and unjust. President Trump says that he plans to revisit the policy if Congress fails to pass an alternative after 6 months.
The time now is 6:08 here on your Wednesday morning, and Jason Carr is here. It's almost that time.
Give me an L, give me an I, give me an O, give me an N, give me an S. What does that spell? Stafford. We'll talk to the team's cheerleaders. Lions cheerleaders expanding this season. Get their thoughts coming up. Ever up?
Well, Jason, if this whole TV news thing doesn't work out, I think you have a future in cheerleading. But first, put to the test, how safe are the most popular pickup trucks? The results coming up next.
The drug crime.
Welcome back, everybody. Here's a look at what's happening today. With deadlines looming for Congress, President Trump is meeting with key members of Congress today. The meeting will include Republicans House Speaker Paul Ryan and Senate Majority Leader Mitch McConnell, and Democrats Senate Minority Leader Chuck Schumer, and House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi. One of the deadlines Congress faces is raising the debt ceiling, and the government will also be under pressure to provide aid to victims of Hurricane Harvey.
And the American Red Cross is sponsoring a blood drive today from 8 a.m. until 8 p.m. at the Caustic Center in Farmington Hills. A blood drive named Battle of the Badges will feature a friendly competition between the Farmington Hills Police and Fire Departments. Donors can cast a vote in favor of their favorite department with a blood donation. We'll be right back.
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is 6:13. It's time to get into today's consumer headlines. 4 of 8 small pickup trucks from the 2017 model year have earned a top rating of good in the latest crash test results.
Yes, but they all failed to receive either of the Insurance Institute for Highway Safety Awards. The 4 trucks that earned a good rating were the Toyota Tacoma Double Cab, the Chevrolet Colorado Crew Cab, the GMC Canyon Crew Cab, and the Toyota Tacoma Access Cab. For a complete list of the ratings of all models evaluated, you can check out the consumer page of clickondetroit.com. Angry Birds maker Rovio Entertainment is planning to sell shares in a public offering seeking funds to support its 7-year comeback. Can you believe it's been 7 years?
No, I can't. It's pretty odd, but Rovio has built an empire around this mobile game, including toys, clothes, and even an animated movie. I don't even remember hearing about this, but the value of the empire is estimated at about $2 million, with the movie itself grossing nearly $350 million. And believe it or not, even if you haven't seen the first one, the company's planning a sequel sometime next year.
You don't remember the movie?
I don't remember.
I do remember the movie coming out. I did not see it.
I barely remember the game. And it was only 7 years ago?
Yeah.
Huh. Well, with summer winding down, the holidays right around the corner, ready or not, and Walmart is rolling out its list of top toys already.
Yep. Get ready for the holidays, everybody. And if you want the top toys, you know you have to buy them early or they're going to be sold out. Here's a look at the top 4. They include Hatchimals. Once again, surprise, for sale starting in October. A price has not yet been set. Also, Fingerlings for $15, Little Bits Star Wars Droid Inventor Kit for $100, and Numyuns Nail Polish Maker for $45. What?
You might as well go to a real nail salon.
buy the nail polish already. Meantime, Walmart also announced that its layaway program is already open. So if you have your eye on something, you can save for it now.
Score one for Walmart. They're getting ahead of this game. Target, it's up to you next.
I'm sure they're
See what
right
they're
around
gonna
the
do.
corner.
Exactly.
All right, let's get over to Brandon with the all-important forecast for us here at home.
Yes, and just a moment ago, Ann Arbor's thermometer recorded a 38. That is out at the airport in central Washtenaw County, so not necessarily on campus, downtown, but that number has spiked up a little bit. It's 49 at Metro, 43 right now in our west zone in Ann Arbor, 48 in Pontiac, 45 degrees in Adrian. These temperatures certainly are on the cooler side, and mostly clear skies out there to start your morning, but the clouds will fill in, especially this afternoon, and through the middle afternoon, early evening, we have more of these rain and thunder showers. Middle 60s, that is it today because of the cool air that just keeps pouring in from the north. You see the showers up across portions of northern lower and western lower right along the shorelines here of Lake Michigan and pretty much heading north to south. So we're not worried about these showers coming in here this morning, but as we head into the afternoon, a little bit of a different story. Again with Irma, Cat 5 monster storm here bearing down. This is U.S. Virgin Islands, St. Croix. These are the British Virgin Islands. Puerto Rico here later in the day will get hit. Just north, the eye will pass, and the extension of the hurricane force winds goes out 50 miles from the center of the eye, so they certainly can still feel it as it moves north of Puerto Rico today, north of the Dominican tomorrow, but still huge storm surge, 150 to 180 mile an hour winds whipping and 10 to 20 inches of rain. And then Cuba Friday could be into the Miami area by Saturday night. Back here at home today and tomorrow, very similar. I think the shower chances tomorrow a little more numerous and also a little heavier through the afternoon. And again, can't rule out an isolated little rumble of thunder. But good news is, Kim, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, we start to clear things out and slowly warm it back up. Mike Tissio this morning, our Hanson's weather window, a shot of
A tortilla.
The tortilla. Or the baloney on the window trick. No, that is the full moon that Mike caught out there this morning, and a great looking shot at that with, again, our clear skies. That means cold temps.
Wow, just gorgeous. Good job, Mike. All right, well, let's take a look at what's going on your commute this morning. We are A-OK out there. No accidents to report at this time. However, those of you who take I-696 and travel during the overnight hours, you're going to want to pay attention to this, because the westbound lanes of 696 between Farmington Road and I-275, that is where there's going to be 15-minute closures between the hours of 11 p.m. and 4 a.m. So if you do run into one of those closures, don't worry. All you need to do is use 12 Mile to get around that. And we do want to take a look right now with our 1-800-CALL Sam Chopper shot. This is looking at I-75 right at 12 Mile here, and you can see that things are looking good. We do have dry roads to start off the morning and accident-free in this area and all over Metro Detroit. Back to you.
Well, it must have felt like forever for the diehard Lions fans, but this week the team kicks off its regular season at home. They host the Arizona Cardinals. The Lions looking to return to the playoffs for the second year in a row, also returning for a second year. The Lions cheerleaders back in action, bigger and better squad than ever. I think expanding to 35 this year. Mary, good morning to you.
We have 35 this year.
And then there's Stephanie, Ashley, and Nicole over here on the end. Good morning to you as well.
Good morning.
So tell us all about the expanded fan zone. I mean, you've got something called Rory-oke. Who's going to sing, by the way?
You're up first.
No! Onward down the field. Bigger, better squad this year, too.
Yeah, we have a bigger, better squad this year. So last year we had 28 girls. This year we have 35. We are actually looking to expand our the girls throughout the arena during the game. So there's going to be some of us, you know, throughout the level, visiting suites throughout the game, and you know, we look like a little army out there, so I love the bigger team this year. It's been awesome.
The Blue Army of Pom-Poms, Honolulu Blue. Speaking of, Friday Blue Outs, right?
Yes, Blue Out Fridays.
Oh, here we go.
Don't forget, the Detroit Lions cheerleaders and Detroit Lions football team are teaming up with Quicken Loans, so don't forget to use the hashtag Blue Out Friday on Twitter or Instagram and post a photo of yourself wearing your favorite Honolulu Blue or Detroit Lions swag for a chance to win various Lions swag, Quicken Loans, Dream Suites, or a chance to go to the Super Bowl.
Nice.
Yeah.
Pretty cool. Now, what was it like the reaction last year to the inaugural season after a long gap? It used to be the Lions had cheerleaders back in the day, then they didn't for a long time. And then what was the reaction last year?
Well, this is my first year on the team. I'm a rookie, so I wasn't on the inaugural team. But as a fan, we were excited. It was so a long time coming to have cheerleaders. But Nicole can speak to the first year squad better than I can.
Yeah, so going into the inaugural year, we weren't sure what to expect, but the feedback was so positive. It was wonderful to be out there on the field for the first time. And ever since, it's just going to keep growing bigger and better.
All right, single game tickets still available. Ladies, thank you for coming in this morning so bright and early. You look like you're ready.
Thank you.
You look like you're ready to go. It's Sunday already. Sunday.
We're ready for game day.
All right, go Lions! Rhonda, back to you.
All right, I got tickets to the opening day. I'm looking forward to it.
Nice.
Exciting. Up next, we're going to introduce you. Boy, do we have a busy morning. Lots of guests here, including this one. Take a look. Kind of a stubby little pet of the week, huh? Sweet, his legs are short. We're going to introduce you to him coming up. Patrice Reed is here with our pet of the week.
He's like, what'd you call me?
I didn't mean it in a bad way, sweetie. You're cute.
Before we go to break, let's meet today's Facebook friend for the day. This is Barbara from Belleville, and she's enjoying retirement with her granddaughter and likes to play bingo.
Oh, good for you. Retirement. Doesn't that sound awesome? Well, here's something that you can do with your granddaughter. We are going to give you tickets to the Michigan Renaissance Festival going on now through October on the weekends, just for being our friend of the day. So congrats to you, Barbara, and we're back in a moment.
'40s out your door right now, so yeah, maybe light sweatshirt or jacket weather. Getting into the middle 60s this afternoon, that is it. And spotty rain and thunder showers after 2 or 3 o'clock. Hey, hey, hey.
Okay, well, here's a look at I-75 and University Drive. Your commute through Auburn Hills looks like a good one. And it is time to meet our pet of the week. You guys got to see just a quick little preview, but now let's meet Albert, such a sweetheart.
So cute.
Patrice, tell us a little bit about Albert.
Well, he's not Fat Albert. He's just Albert.
He does have a little bit of a
roll
here, but he's so sweet.
And
so
he's sweet.
He's 3 years old, you said?
Yeah, he's about 3 years old.
What kind of dog is he?
They call him a Basset Hound mix.
Okay.
He might have a little Shar-Pei in him because of his coat.
Yeah.
They're saying he's got those wrinkles like a little Shar-Pei.
He knows
but
he's on
got
camera
the
right
short
now.
little legs, and that's definitely the Basset in him.
Oh, yeah, and he definitely smells some crumbs in this carpet, maybe from
He was
Tasty Tuesday or
right.
something.
He's checking out something, but he's very sweet, laid back,
very calm.
Right, good with any family.
Yeah,
Be
he's
good with
going to
any
make a
family.
great pet for somebody. So call today if you want to adopt Albert. Just call Poet Rescue at 734-407-7638, and you can have Albert as your own dog. And he's only 3 years old, so he's not a puppy. That means he's potty trained, which is an absolute plus. All right, well, thank you so much for joining us, Patrice, and we'll send it over to you guys.
And you'll have a very unique dog. I mean, I've never seen a dog that looks like that. So there you go. It's an original.
That's a very good way to put it. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
6:26, everybody. Coming up next at 6:30, local stories for you from Detroit, Royal Oak Township, and Ann Arbor.
Plus, medicine by mail. Is it safe? And do you actually save money doing it this way? We went to the experts to find out next.
But first, call her a modern-day Houdini that's now facing a long list of charges. The details behind this video coming up. It's today's top video. Keep it here.
If you've got a...
All right, welcome back, everybody. It is time for today's top video. Police down in Texas have released it, and it shows a woman stealing one of their cruisers, and how she was able to do it was pretty surprising. You saw that she was handcuffed there.
Well, not anymore. Body cam video shows officers take that woman, Tasha Spolson, into custody for shoplifting, but she managed to take off her seatbelt while in the back seat of the car, and just a few minutes later, she was able to slip right out of the handcuffs and crawl into the front of the squad car and drive off. As you can imagine, police were able to catch up with her and arrested her again.
But how did she think that this was going to end? She was just going to cruise into her garage and park it?
I would like to think she wasn't thinking clearly.
At all.
She wasn't thinking clearly.
Right.
All right, we're back in a minute.
From North. Local 4 News begins right now with a breaking news alert.
In the eye of the storm, Hurricane Irma now passing over the Caribbean with winds up to 185 miles per hour. We're tracking this storm this morning as it makes its way to the U.S. later this week.
Plus, America's drug problem, a nationwide epidemic of prescription drug abuse, heroin and opioids that's just getting worse. Today, we look at warning signs of this addiction.
And taking a look outside, it's a cool start. We have some showers up in the UP and the rim of the lower peninsula, some showers there, but we're going to turn our frown upside down, all things relative. We have nothing to complain about considering this big monster out in the Atlantic.
It is a monster.
Yeah.
We're talking about a Category 5, which is apparently historic for the Atlantic Ocean. So a lot of people are bracing, and some are even being hit by that in the Caribbean right now.
Obviously, our thoughts are on Florida and the Caribbean, and also with the victims of Hurricane Harvey, which they're still now just beginning to rebuild. We do want to turn things over to meteorologist Brandon Rue on your Wednesday morning to kind of give us a look at where Irma is right now.
And of course, what's happening here at home.
Yeah, we're going to take care of the local first because, again, kids are back to school, everybody's back to work, and skies are clear, temperatures are cool. This is the theme today, tomorrow, even into Friday and Saturday mornings. We'll be dealing with these 40s. 49 at metro airports, 43 in Howell and Lapeer, a little patchy fog out in some spots, 47 in Monroe in our south zone. So 40s at the bus stop for the kids, some sweatshirt weather, and through the middle and late afternoon, early evening, spotty rain and thunder showers. Most of the daytime hours should be on the drier side, and we do think the shower chances increase or get a little more numerous tomorrow afternoon. Right now, we're seeing this general flow from north to south with these showers. Anybody driving to Chicago or toward Grand Rapids will run into a couple of those showers. But again, we have several hours still before we get into this activity and can't rule out an isolated rumble of thunder. And as we look at Irma and the storm that is coming, It is a big one here. Take a look at the last images here before Irma made landfall. These pictures from on board a plane that flew right through the eye of this Category 5 storm. The pilots fly right through about 10,000 feet above sea level, and they cross in, out in about 8 different directions to get the wind speed, the wind gusts, the thickness and size of the storm, and the direction in which it is moving. And you can see the drastic change as that plane gets even closer to the eye. Now all of Florida currently bracing for Irma, potentially making landfall as early as Saturday night. Today, visitors currently in the Florida Keys will be told they need to evacuate, while residents will be allowed to stay until maybe as late as tomorrow. But a state of emergency has been declared for all 67 counties in Florida. And in about 10 minutes, Kim, I'm going to take a closer look at Irma and track it as it moves into Puerto Rico, the Dominican, Cuba, and then the United States, or at least the lower 48.
All right, well, scary stuff there. Let's take a look now at your commute this morning, bring it back home to your traffic commute. This is a good news story for the day. We have no accidents to report at this time. However, there is some construction over on the southbound service drive of I-75 right at Springwells. Only one lane open there between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. And then the east and westbound service drive of I-696 will have some construction as well over right at Hoover. Only one lane open there. This also happening between 9 a.m. and 3 p.m. Now I want to take a look right now with our Sky 4 chopper that is out and about over I-696 right at I-94. You can see that interchange there. Things looking good. Traffic volume starting to build a little bit, but you can see that there's nothing that's going to slow you down this morning. Back to you.
Alrighty, Kim, thank you. It is 6:34 now, and their home is on the line. Happening today, a legal battle over a controversial motel.
Yes, the Royal Inn Motel. It's in Royal Oak Township, and it was condemned, and people living there were forced out, but that could all change. Rod Maloney joins us now outside of this motel to explain what's happening in court today. Rod, good morning.
Yeah, hi, Rhonda. We're here just at 8 Mile Road. The court hearing is going to be a few miles up the street here in Pontiac. But if you look behind me here, you can see the open sign is on. There is activity here at the Royal Inn. We've seen cabs coming in and out, the janitor's on duty here, and life is pretty much going on as normal. But what we're discovering here this morning is that this hearing is going to, for many, be the difference between having what the city calls a substandard place to live and no place to live at all.
Everything gonna be lost. They say get everything you want out. I mean, I will lose a whole bunch of stuff because I've been here 2.5 years.
It is a desperately sad sight. Royal Inn residents, their belongings crammed into shopping carts, are left to wonder what's next.
They just sitting there waiting. They have nowhere to go.
There's no debate, say residents. Some units lack running water. There are the vermin. Yet this is one of those places that acts as a buffer against homelessness.
Is it better for all of these residents and children and so on and so on to be in the streets or under a roof where whatever is wrong can be made better?
8 organizations were back at the motel on Tuesday working to find residents other places to live. There are regular volunteers who heard about the hotel's predicament and wanted to help.
I love everybody. If I can help somebody, I help them. I love God, and when you love him, you got to love everyone.
After the township condemned the motel, the Royal Inn's owners immediately filed a temporary restraining order. Royal Oak Township wasted no time in responding with a counter motion, so the doors are not yet padlocked.
It's like I'm going to another motel, and I don't know how long that'll last. I just wish it was better housing, you know, for people with low income.
Now, we've been out here this morning for a couple of hours. We've seen a number of people actually out here sleeping in their cars. We're uncertain as to whether they were asked to leave the hotel or not, and that is their stopgap measure with it. But we're also told that there were a number of people, many elderly residents here, who packed up and left over the weekend under the belief that perhaps this was likely to happen anyway. So we're going to find out later this morning the fate of this building and the people in it. Back to you.
And Rod, we mentioned that the motel was condemned. Is that what the township is saying is wrong with it?
Well, the township put out a statement earlier in the week saying that the place is really, it has no livability standard. In other words, it's not a good place to be. They want to condemn it. They say that there's a list of maintenance problems. They've got 17 fire code violations, 33 building code violations, all of which they say need to be taken care of immediately if they ever intend to reopen this place. The owner obviously fighting to keep it open. The question is, can he or she get this place up to standard to the township's liking? And again, that will all come out in court this morning.
Now we want to turn to some stories that are making headlines all across the Metro Detroit area for you this morning.
We'll go to Ann Arbor and Plymouth, but let's start in Warren because that's where charges are formally filed against the man accused of shooting and killing his aunt and uncle. This is 37-year-old Joseph Bavoriak, and he is facing 2 charges of first-degree murder. Police say that he had a hit list with the names of other family members other than that aunt and uncle. His first court date has not been set just yet. Meanwhile, police are still working to determine a motive.
Over to the University of Michigan's campus in Ann Arbor, where a rock is vandalized with a racist message. Incoming Latino freshmen painted the rock only to find it painted over hours later with the hateful text. The investigation is ongoing.
And in Plymouth, police need your help in identifying this man accused of stealing a purse from a Tim Hortons back in August. You're looking at surveillance video from the store. It's on Plymouth near Main Street. The suspect entered that rear door and then walks to the front, unseen by employees, then comes back and steals an employee's purse and walks right out the door. If you recognize the man in that gray and orange colored sweatshirt, please contact police.
Should you get your medicine in the mail? It can be a big cost saver. I'm Dr. Frank McGeorge. Coming up, I'll show you who can benefit the most from mail-order drugs and the red flags you need to watch out for.
Plus, in the grip of an epidemic, opioid abuse and addiction plaguing Michigan and all across the United States. It's a problem. Up next, warning signs your loved ones are using.
Plus, it is Friday football frenzy time. Right now, we want to know who you think has the best high school marching band and drum corps in Metro Detroit. You can nominate your favorite until September 24th, and then voting gets underway. Head on over to clickondetroit.com and click the For Frenzy link right there under the sports tab. We've got everything you need to know there. We're back in a minute.
For Frenzy.
It's a problem showing no sign of stopping. Family, friends abusing opioids from painkillers to heroin. In many cases, the addiction has turned deadly. Joining me this morning is Fraser's Director of Public Safety, George Rohub, and your department has been working on educating kids, parents, pretty much everybody since this epidemic exploded. We're doing all we can in the media to put a spotlight on this because we are hearing mind-blowing stats about just average, everyday people overdosing and having their lives saved.
We've been fighting this epidemic for the last 10 years, and one of the greatest things that we have been doing as a department is educating the public, educating the parents, our school administration, and the kids at the school, what we're seeing on the street and the paraphernalia that's associated with the drug.
Now, you're looking at about a medium shot of just some of the stuff that's out there, the ecstasy pills on the right, the heroin on the left, and the heroin paraphernalia. You could stand here, and I'm sure students do, for probably 15, 20 minutes and still not take all of this in.
Correct. Yeah, this is just a small sample of what we have, but I just wanted to show people, the common packaging for heroin is just a small pack. Usually it's packaged in lottery tickets or tin foil. This is worth probably $5 on the street. It would keep somebody high for approximately 2 hours. Other things that we're seeing, especially in the schools, the Vicodins is a big thing. Morphine, Darvocets, Percocets. These all have the same characteristics as heroin. And also the paraphernalia that's associated with the drug, such as, many parents say, well, I'm missing my spoons in the house. Well, what they're doing, the kids, they're taking the spoons they're using as a cooking device. You can see how the one spoon is charred on the bottom here.
What about that shoelace right there in the end closest to you?
The shoelaces, most people will take the shoelaces off their tennis shoes or their regular dress shoes, and they use it as a tourniquet when they're shooting up the heroin.
All right, I'm going to hand this to you right here. It looks like a common highlighter. What is that actually?
We found this on one of the kids that we arrested on the street. Common highlighter, the parents, oh, well, my kid's doing some homework, but in actuality, if you open it up, it's a marijuana pipe. You can buy these instruments online, such as that water bottle over there. If you pull this top up, we found this in a room on a search warrant. If you pull this up, we found 4 ounces of cocaine in here. So we're just trying to give parents an idea of what to look for. Again, the paraphernalia that's associated with the narcotic, that's important. You have to learn how to identify this before you can make any or take some action.
If somebody wants to contact you about speaking to a civic group, let's say, yes. Do you do outreach like that?
Anyone that calls us, we will go. I don't care where it is. Just call. You can call the Fraser Department of Public Safety day and night. We will contact you. We go to different school districts all over Michigan.
George, thank you for being here this morning. It's good to see you.
Thank you.
Important work. Coming up at 7:15 on the Local 4 Facebook page, Rhonda will continue the conversation on the page with George. We'll get a closer look at some of the paraphernalia that he has here. That's at 7:15. Evrod.
An eye-opener. Our jaws just dropped looking at the highlighter, the water bottle. Just unbelievable.
This is a problem, and Local 4 is dedicating today, because of that, to this opioid epidemic with special reports in every single newscast.
Absolutely. Awareness is so necessary here. So kicking off on Local 4 News at 4 o'clock today, our phone bank and web chat open with addiction experts ready to answer your questions. It's a free service for you today. We'll also have special reports in every newscast from ways to help addicts, law enforcement's role in protecting babies and children from this crisis.
And then we'll have a primetime special live at 10 o'clock with Kimberly Gill and Devin Skillian, the Local 4 defenders, Dr. Frank McGeorge and Steve Garagiola, taking an in-depth look at the problem. You can hear from doctors, addicts, even a former drug dealer on how we, together as a community here in Metro Detroit, can work to stop this crisis. Again, that is tonight at 10 o'clock, and based on what we've just seen and heard, it's something that you definitely don't want to miss. Brandon, over to you.
All right, happy hump day. Trying to get over the hump, over the rainbow. Take a look at this great storm pin shot from Dearborn Heights yesterday. Not one, but two rainbows. Great looking shot here, though. We're starting to see a little bit of tree foliage, some colors changing a little bit out there, but we're still waiting the arrival of fall. I saw a lot of people putting their autumnal decorations out. It's a little early. Don't rush things. Great look here, 49 degrees, so it's cool as you head out the door. Sweatshirt weather maybe for the kids this morning in the 40s at the bus stop. 64 at noon. Plenty of sun early, but we get the clouds and the shower chances once again this afternoon. Mid-afternoon through the early evening for some of those rain and isolated thunder showers. Hit or miss kind of thing, so don't cancel your plans. Maybe a 15-20 minute delay from some of these showers coming in, but boy, does it pale in comparison to this monster storm, Irma. Category 5 storm this morning, which is bearing down on the U.S. and British Virgin Islands through the morning and midday, and then this afternoon to Puerto Rico as a Category 5, just north, but the storm winds of 180 plus miles an hour still can reach the northern shores here of Puerto Rico later today, the Dominican Republic tomorrow afternoon, and then into Cuba on Friday. Category 5 down to perhaps a 4 Friday into Saturday. And then it looks like Saturday night we could be tracking in Miami a Category 4 storm coming online. So we will watch on land, I should say. Here's at home, we're looking at a better chance for afternoon rain tomorrow. More numerous and maybe heavier showers than today's scattered variety. But Friday we're going to start to dry things out. Chilly mornings all the way through the weekend, but we'll slowly warm it up a little bit on Friday, upper 60s, near 70 to 75 for your dry weekend. Kim, 4 Live traffic time. It's been a good start to the day.
Yes, it has. It's been actually fantastic. So let's take a look at some construction to watch out for over on Woodward. That started at midnight. The northbound lanes between 14 Mile and Corton Road. There's going to be 1 lane block there until later this September. However, at night, it's going to go to 2 lanes block. That starts at 9 p.m., wrapping up at 5 a.m. And then it's going to go back to 1 lane block there, so that is going to continue until September. All right, the end of September. All right, let's take a look now with our 1-800 call Sam Chopper shot. This is over I-696 and Northwestern Highway. You can see that traffic volume is really starting to build. That's just the morning rush hour, though. We are not dealing with any accidents or slowdowns or stalled vehicles this morning. Back to you.
Sounds good. Thank you, Kim. So all week we are taking a look at those convenience boxes. Can they really make your life less hectic or even save you money?
On this Wellness Wednesday, Dr. Frank McGeorge is here to explain the benefits and potential risks of mail-order drugs.
Getting your medicine in the mail seems like a huge convenience. No driving to the drugstore or waiting around for the pharmacist to fill your prescription. But it's not a cost saver for everyone, and there are some things that you need to watch out for. A Consumer Reports survey found more than a third of those surveyed had tried a mail-order pharmacy. We asked Lindsay Kelly, a director of pharmacy at the University of Michigan, to explain who can save the most.
Patients who benefit most from mail-order pharmacy or from receiving their prescriptions in the mail are those who are on chronic medications, medications they understand well and that aren't changing. People who have long-term medications for maybe diabetes or high cholesterol, high blood pressure.
And there may be health benefits.
There are some studies that say that patients do better in taking their medication if they go to mail order, and part of that is just because they have it.
But mail order saves you money in part by sending a 90-day supply, so it's not worthwhile for a short-term prescription or anything that you need right away. Even if you're a good candidate for mail order, not all drugs will be cheaper, so you still need to compare prices and choose the company carefully.
The biggest concern or thing to consider as a patient would be if you know where it's coming from. So is it coming from a pharmacy? Is it coming from inside our U.S.? Is it coming from somewhere else?
Consumer Reports found many sites claiming to be Canadian pharmacies weren't Canadian and weren't pharmacies. It's safest to stick with well-known companies, for example, healthwarehouse.com. To find a reputable site, look for this VIPPS symbol. That stands for Verified Internet Pharmacy Practice Site. Another indication?
If you look at the actual internet address, they'll have either a .pharmacy after it, or it'll be part of a larger organization.
The biggest red flag of all, if the site does not require a prescription.
Anywhere in the U.S., if prescription is required, that's always true all the time of every medication.
Also, avoid any site where the price seems too good to be true. If you go the mail order route, be aware that most problems occur when there's a change in your prescription. Either you stop taking the drug, switch to a different dose, or need the prescription renewed. Sometimes it can take a few calls from you or your doctor to get the changes made, and that can cause a delay in receiving your medication. Finally, be sure every pharmacy you get medicine from knows everything you're taking.
If you're going to multiple pharmacies, we don't have a good way yet to share that information, so we're not always able to check for all the drug interactions.
Now, we asked Kelly if there could ever be a sort of Amazon for medicines. She says it's an interesting question, but it would be very complicated because of different licensing and state regulations. Now, if it happens, she really hopes that there is a telehealth component where you can still have FaceTime with a pharmacist to maintain that human interaction and, frankly, quality of care. Back to you.
Yeah, that is important.
Yeah, it sure is. I mean,
you might have questions about your medication.
Absolutely, and not just the ones you read, but
Right.
having an actual dialogue to get those answers. Well, big thanks to Dr. McGeorge, and you can find more advice on how to safely order medicine by mail on the health page of clickondetroit.com.
It is 6:53. We've got your stories to watch for coming up next. Keep it here.
Sky 4.
Welcome back, everybody. Here are some stories to watch for. We expect to learn more about a deadly double shooting in southwest Detroit. That's where 29-year-old Sophia Wilson, a pregnant mother of 2, along with another man, were killed. Police are searching for the gunman.
Overnight, Hurricane Irma, the largest storm ever recorded in the Atlantic, made landfall in the Caribbean. The Category 5 storm is on track to hit Puerto Rico, the Dominican Republic, Haiti, and Cuba. Many in Florida are also bracing for possible landfall later this weekend. Brandon?
Yeah, it looks like maybe Saturday night, Sunday into Miami, but later today into Puerto Rico. Here it's 49 degrees, even chillier out in some of the suburbs. We are going to get some spotty rain and thunder showers, but it looks like mid to late afternoon. So 67 today, that's it.
Okay, all
That's
right.
kind of like October-like.
Yeah, have a great day, everybody.
Thanks for being with us.